How goes it, son, bro?
Well, you know, if I make it through the whole stream without getting a blue screen, I'll be happy.
Your computer's still freaking out?
Yeah.
No!
I haven't gotten one today, but I can feel it in my bones.
I forgot to reply to your text, god damn it.
That's alright.
I even went around work, I was just like, hey, is this how you do this? Like, I went to lunch, I was going to lunch right as he sent me that text with a coworker. But
It's okay.
I talked to him about it. But if you don't want to know the answer, it's there's like a clean install within the app that's apparently good. Within like the application, the like control panel for AMD or whatever.
I'm very interested in that.
I don't know where it is though.
Okay.
But that's what they tell me that it apparently it works pretty good.
Because I'm getting like a new error message with every blue screen now. I showed you the one about K mode exception not handled.
Yeah.
I got another one after that. IRQL not less or equal.
Yeah, that's a driver, usually a driver related blue screen.
I downloaded a program that's supposed to like look at the memory dump files.
Yeah, mem dump.
Said this was probably caused by the following module: NTO, the kernel thing, kernel.exe, and TOSKRNL.exe. Or critical process died. And then another one, it said caused by the following module: ntdll.sys.
That might be a corrupted Windows file.
That's what it seems like. It's saying. Yeah, it's because it says product Microsoft Windows operating system. So I updated Windows, like, and I went into command prompt and did the scan now thing.
Yeah. Or
And,
scan disk.
And the first time, it said that it found a problem and repaired it. And I was like, oh, hooray. And then I scanned again and it said no problems. I was like, okay, cool. And then I scanned it like the next day, and now it says that there is a corruption and that it can't fix it. So, not happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. Because if it's one of your OS things, the scan disk is just like
For the hard drive?
for the hard drive, yeah. But if there's certain part of your boot sector or part of your NTFS file structure is fucked, especially if it has to do with Windows, then you might have to like totally re-image your computer. I'm not sure. Like I don't know how to repair it at that point. I have no idea.
Oh, that was a great pass to Tusk. Apparently you can like repair Windows without losing your files. I don't know if it'll help, but
Yeah, you can try it.
yeah, I thought I might like give that a shot. But it hasn't blue screen today, so I guess I'll wait for the next one and then try that. So I'm kind of getting sick of messing with it.
Yeah.
It's been fucking up since Monday. I got a blue screen on Monday and just kind of like I was like, oh, that was weird. I just thought like something fucked up, but it was when oh shit, I forgot it's Tusk. Obviously it died when we did that Val Hazak, and I was like, okay, now this is something I need to look into. Ah! It's been like 90 degrees outside, so I'm coming home and I'm like already fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And now I can't even like enjoy my computer. It's really been a bummer.
Yeah, that's really frustrating.
Holy shit, how the fuck in God's name did you find out that that girl is that close to you?
So Ricky. Oh wait, real quick. I'll say this. You have to, in order to do startup repair, I think you just have to like, it's something like if you hit the restart button in Windows, you have to hit like restart and then hold like shift while you're hitting the restart button.
Yeah.
And then you'll get like options.
That's how I boot into safe mode.
Yeah.
I do the shift and then restart. And then, how's it going, Mifa?
Yeah, that's how you do. What's up there, Meep? Oh, my chat bot is displaying really shitty. Oh no.
I didn't know you could repair from there. I thought you did it from like settings or some shit.
Yeah, I believe there's a repair option. You thought I was dead? I'm still here.
Oh, the first time I did a check disk, it kind of just like, it only took like a minute or so. The next time I did it, it got hung up at 14% for like an hour.
What a play.
I can't. I really thought it had just stalled out, and I was thinking of killing it, but I was like, I guess I'll just wait. So.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
That sounds like a potential, bad sector or something your hard drive's fucking up.
It almost seems like it might be both at this point. Just like just my luck.
Well, a bad sector is your hard drive fucking up.
No, I mean a bad sector and like a Windows file being corrupt or some shit.
Oh yeah. You know, that could have also caused the because you know, when you have a bad sector, then code's potentially going to get executed incorrectly. Then
a bad sector means that like the hard drive itself is failing.
yeah, so that means there's something wrong with like a chunk of your hard drive. It's not necessarily the whole hard drive, it's just one piece of your hard drive is bad.
Because I've got another 250 gig SSD that is empty. I just don't want to have to deal with like putting all my shit over there.
Yeah,
it's not that much. It's like I've got my music.
Oh,
fuck.
no!
No! I can't believe I screwed that up.
I don't have any boost.
Oh my god! Murder me.
Did I ask you how's it going, Meat? I asked that question?
So it's really it's Windows and my programs is what's on that drive. Everything else is on something else. But then, you know, it's like, god damn it, teammate is really giving some good passes.
Well, he should have just scored that. What he should have done.
Still, it was still a good pass, though.
Yeah.
It was. I should have been able to score it. It was such a good pass. Oh fuck. Yeah, it sucks. It's a Samsung Evo. It's only a couple years old. I know. I mean, obviously, shit happens.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, it might not even be a hard drive failure. It could just be that one of your Windows files got corrupted. So, you never know. That's a hard one to diagnose. But yeah, I mean, I think SSDs go out sooner than regular disk drives. So there's that, but it shouldn't go out in that amount of time.
Yeah, not this early.
Teammate, where are you?
Oh god.
Yep. You're doing good. That's good. It's storming here. It rained a little bit today for like an hour, and then it got hot again. It's been so hot. Hasn't been too hot here.
That salty is for solo standard.
Yeah, I realized that right as we were starting. My brain said solo standard. That means 3v3.
Wow, that sucks. So much for your hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh, teammate.
So yeah, try repair. See if that works. The next best step. Or a system restore too.
Ah, I didn't get up fast enough.
Ah. But yeah, that girl. So Ricky came into my work, and he was like ranting. He was pissed. He's like, ugh. I went to my he's like, my kid's graduating 5th grade, and so we had to do this stupid graduation ceremony. Ugh, it was so dumb. And I'm like, well, like, kid, like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for your kid. So the fact that you had to sit through...
Well, he's graduating from what?
5th grade.
5th grade?
Like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Who cares, right? Just, like, you can endure it for... Because it was a whole day event, right? So he...
Oh, Jesus.
He first went to the 2.5-hour ceremony, which is a bit long in IMO for... a kid graduating 5th grade.
Yeah, that's kind of overdoing it.
He said like tons of teachers went up and started saying stupid like quotes, like from famous quotes from people, and like just a lot of
Those kids are thinking about Fortnite.
Yeah, the kids don't care that much. Some of them did, right? A lot of them were dressed up. Ricky's kid really didn't, but whatever.
I'm all for having like an event and celebrating and reinforcing the idea in kids' minds that doing well in school is something worth congratulating.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told him. Basically, I was just like, it's good to like encourage the kids that school is a good thing and that we should go to it and shit.
Yeah. Like I just went to our neighbor's. She graduated from high school, and we went over there and ate their Mexican food, and like she was the only one we could talk to because she's the only one in the family that speaks English. But she was really nice.
And she gave you food.
She's going to the same college I went to, so I was able to give her like some tips.
Nice.
But yeah, because my dad actually made a comment that someone said like, "Oh, Americans, they want to celebrate everything. Over here we're expected to graduate from high school. You're gonna have a whole party just for that." And that's how I've actually been thinking about it today. It's funny you bring that up. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I think it's a good thing to.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Ricky was like, back in my day, we didn't celebrate it at all. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It doesn't mean like we can never celebrate it going forward.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with like we have to do this tradition because we've always done it. You're giving the same argument just in reverse there.
Yeah, so like I can understand 2.5 hours for the ceremony was too long. Then after that, the party afterwards. He's like, it was across the street in my neighborhood, at the pool in the neighborhood. So I just had my kids stay there, and I went home. I was like, fair enough.
I don't blame you for that.
Fair enough, man. Like, I don't. Who cares? But like, apparently his wife was like sitting there saying stuff like, "We need to be there for him," and I'm like, well, yeah, kinda. I mean, even if he didn't care in the moment, he might look back on it, right? And be like, if like my dad wasn't there, I'd be like,
if he went to the 2.5-hour ceremony.
No, I'm not saying for the party. I'm saying like if Ricky didn't go at all.
Oh right, if he didn't go to the ceremony, yeah, that'd be a little.
His kid might say now that he doesn't care, but who knows? Like he might look back on it and be like, I really wish my daddy was there. Oh my daddy! Ooh. Jesus, how fast were you going, bud? I thought it was going supersonic.
God damn it.
But then Ricky's like, so I was talking with this lady whose kid goes to my school, and she teaches at a junior high, and he's like, one of the students there has like a YouTube channel with 1.5 million subscribers, and I was like, holy shit, really? And he's like, yeah, he's like, and I checked it out, and she like taps on all this shit, and like,
oh my god.
and I was just like, all right, type of burp, man, how you doing? The old blood himself. I'm no old blood. I still got some young in me.
Old man Rua, look it up in lore.
So yeah, then I was like, yeah, give me the channel, Ricky. And so he gives me the channel, and I look it up, and I was like, wait a minute. So the first thing I saw was this one where this one like ASMR lady was right next to the kid. I was like, well, which one is it, Ricky? And he's like, the one on the right. I was like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
No way.
When you heard him say she taps on stuff, did you immediately think?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Well, I didn't. I thought of the girl, but I didn't think it was actually her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, that's insane.
And so then I was like, "Oh my god, really?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I looked through her videos, and like, I'm like, I don't see any that aren't in her house or anything like that. I was like, she's like, "Go to my Instagram." Ugh. I was like, "Okay, I'll go to her Instagram." I went to her Instagram, and she had that one picture as her like first or second picture on there. And I was like, oh my god. Verified. So I saw a few other ones. I'm like, oh, that's in that place in town. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
and just think, like, if it wasn't for Pay Money Wubby, you have no idea.
Yeah, I would have no idea who she was. So my first,
just like this whole weird connection that you would have completely missed out on.
My first impression of her too is entirely, this is disgusting.
Do you think you would have even asked him for her channel if it wasn't?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess so, because she had 1.5 million subscribers. So right now you might have like posted that shit and you're like, and be like, man, isn't this shit weird? Look at this weird ASMR thing.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, I knew ASMR and I didn't think it was creepy, but I definitely would have been like, she's a little girl. She's like 12.
Yeah.
So, holy shit, dude. Like,
you could have been telling us the story today of like, hey, there's this fucking ASMR YouTuber
that had 1 million subscribers in my town.
And that still would have been like, oh wow, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if we had found Pay Money Wubby through her?
Oh god. Lore F old found all old songs are either by Queen or the Beatles. Oh, that's good. Fear the Old Blood. What is that from?
Cthulhu.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. That was...
Could have been from Bloodborne. That's what it sounds like to me.
It sure does, yeah.
Been a while.
Why don't you grant us some eyes, bitch?
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice one.
Oh, get aerial dunked!
How's everyone? I'm doing pretty good. I'm great. I take some time off from Twitch twice a week, and it really boosts me up.
I've gone 30 minutes without a blue screen, so I'm doing pretty good. If I do blue screen, I'll probably just like call it a night and go read or some shit.
Sure. Yeah, I understand. Get more done in Okami and stuff too, but Ime, you're missing a lot of things, dude. Sorry, work has stolen your life, dude. I understand. That's why I'm taking the time off of Twitch, is because just everything.
See, I thought Bloodborne was too easy. I was like, nah, not everything that has to do with blood is from Bloodborne.
That'd be stereotyping. How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you met me? I didn't realize. You play so much games, everything's a blur.
Play so much games. I wonder if she's seen the Pay Money Wubby video.
Oh god, yeah.
So you could probably talk to her.
Yeah, if I saw her in real life, I would actually, be like, "Yo, what's up? I saw your shit," and I'd be respectful. But in the back of my mind, knowing that, like,
This is so weird.
you're weird, and I don't like it, but that's fine.
I have a list of questions for you.
Yeah, hold on, wait up, hold on. In the video,
The police outfit.
yeah,
What is up with that?
what's up? Why did you say that you had a Tinder date? Exactly. You were probably at the time 13 or 12. She's currently 14, based on her Instagram name has 2005 in it. So,
oh god.
Why were you singing "Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me"? Because I don't. Because you were 12 and 13.
Also, that song's really fucking old.
Yeah.
Why aren't you listening to? Oh shit! I couldn't even think of
the dance song from Fortnite.
Why aren't you singing the dance song from Fortnite? Does that have lyrics?
No, but you gotta scat it.
Oh, okay. Why aren't you flossing?
Yeah, why aren't you flossing right now, child?
I don't know if she would.
Oh god.
I think that's her. That's kind of why her channel is so big. I think
She would cuff me, then do something to me rather, and then arrest me because she did that to me.
I think she would cuff you for jailbait because she thinks that that's what you want her to do.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. So that, like,
if you'd seen the video, it's
in the Discord. Are you on the Discord, Burb? I don't think you are. You don't have to join if you don't want to. I think Crow's on the Discord, and Crow is a burb. But not a, well, Crow is a type of burb, but not a type of bird. Motherfucker.
right. Oh god. No.
Yeah, you're required to join the Discord. Join us. But her mom also has an ASMR channel. Popping off and sucking off the success of the child.
Oh, don't ever say that again.
At least I put the word success in there. Oh, I almost had a good thing, and then I didn't.
Yeah, but the people in charge of quotes can be very selective.
Ruthless. But her mom has 50,000 subscribers since March. I'd say that's pretty good.
Oh, Jesus. That's a fraction of what her daughter has, though.
Yeah, but 2
I
months.
was wondering if... Oh, yeah,
As-
that's a good point.
as opposed to 2
It
years.
was definitely her first. That's right, because she had to, like, tell her mom what ASMR is, didn't she?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, a lot of this would make sense if she's just copying her mom. Like, if her mom does, I'm being naughty and singing songs from the 90s. Not the 90s, but you know what I mean. It's like, a lot of this would make sense if she's just doing what her mom, but her mom follows her.
Yeah. Yeah, her name is like... The child's name is like... Something like... Something Mac? Like Little Mac or some shit? I don't fucking know. I know that's a Smash Bros. Character or whatever, but like... It's like Life of Little Mac or some shit, and she like boxes people and... Oh, I fucked that. Ooh, glad he got it.
The madman.
But then the mom's name is like Mama Mac or some shit. So...
I wonder if her production has gotten better. It's like one of the things that really stuck out to me was how obnoxious the handcuffs were when they slammed into the car.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch any of her videos, but I did watch her mom's video, and her mom had some annoying stuff. But she was less. Her voice was less high pitchy than the child's, and like she was a little less obnoxious than the child. So I commented on one of the mom's video and said, "Hey, I found out we live in the same town. Small world." I was like, this is probably better to comment on the mom's video rather than the child's.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for linking that. Meep.
I assume no one can reverse engineer your address from you saying that she goes to school like across. What did you say it was?
Across the street from my work. Yeah, I mean they could find out like what town I live in if they dig hard enough, but whatever. They're gonna find out anyway if they dig hard enough. So it just requires some effort. Oh.
If they watch all the VODs,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, definitely.
Ooh, nice one. Should have gone for that sooner.
She could, if you video bait, then do something, then detain you for touching a minor and rape. Oh yeah, in this society, that would probably happen. Ooh, thanks for joining the Discord, son.
What the hell? That's not fair. I could have scored that.
Welcome. Bam! Look at this. It's
Tried to go for a deflect, but he just popped it and then bumped his own teammate that drove off the ball.
It's mildly active, the Discord. Word mild. Oh, it's the videos and videos that we're talking about. Pay Money Wubby. The guy's pretty funny. Rather.
If you like that video, you should check out other videos of his, because that's a pretty good representation of like his better stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
It's hard to say it's his best video just because the content he's looking at
Yeah, that
is shit, I gave it to him.
highly content dependent on like the humor behind it.
That's true.
The hunter dreams. The hunter's
Nice.
dreams. Oh, my wrist is a little hurting.
That's a JoJo reference, right?
Yeah, yeah, anime. That's an anime. Right? I need to figure out what the next anime I'm watching is, 'cause I didn't watch any anime yesterday or the day before.
I've actually been watching Blue Planet 2. Those David Attenborough BBC documentaries. They're so good.
What we have here is a snake.
A snack. Murdersburger.
He's a ferocious creature. That's my best David Attenborough impression. Hope you enjoy.
You can kind of tell in his voice he's getting older,
Yeah.
which is very sad because I've always liked nature documentary stuff, especially with him as the narrator. Everyone says the same thing, but like, it's also true for me. I used to watch Discovery Channel all the time as a kid, specifically for that kind of stuff.
Now it's just gotten better with those ancient aliens and shit.
All right, Ice Road Truckers, baby.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, what we have here is a type of bird.
I thought you were gonna do David Attenborough.
That's the
narrating Ice Road Truckers.
I was gonna try to like integrate that. It was gonna be total improv and it was gonna be really shitty. But I would have enjoyed it. Howdy boost. Aw, you bitch. Yeah, pass it to some bro. Yeah.
What we have here is a type of bird, motherfucker.
I want to hear David Attenborough say motherfucker.
Whoa! I accidentally sad flipped and it stopped me real good.
Almost shot that on that. Ah!
Speaking of Ricky, oh fuck. He popped his basically his like Reddit cherry today with posting a because he had an RC car and he restored it. It was like he drove it a lot, and so then he
I saw your Reddit post. I saw the post.
Oh.
You That dude was a real dick.
Oh yeah,
Saying,
you're stalking me, huh?
I upvote like everything you and Angel post on Reddit.
Oh, that's nice. I don't even know Angel's fucking name. Yeah, that guy was a dick.
Yeah, he was.
But
Just like, so what if he wants to just leave it and let it look pretty on his shelf? Who the fuck are you to tell him what to do with his RC car?
yeah, to give chat context. Boy.
I guess I could have just let you.
Damn it. Basically, yeah, he restored his RC car, then he posted on Reddit, and then the first guy who comments is just like, he's like, oh, he asked 2 questions that were already answered in one of the comments, which is funny because I told Ricky's like, yeah, I posted a comment, because I told him, post a comment if you want to have, like, your best thing is to post a link with all your pictures from Imgur, because it'll embed, and then
Exactly.
and then in a comment post any details if people want to know more. And so I told Ricky, I was like, Ricky, people aren't gonna like hardly read your comment. Like, it's gonna be there for people who really care, but otherwise people really don't. So most of the people are not gonna read your comment. First comment was literally a guy asking 2 questions that were answered in the comment. So Ricky's like, so I told him that no one's gonna read it, and he just laughs and he sends me a thing. He's like, dude, first guy who posted a comment didn't even read it. I was like, yep, there you go. And Ricky's like, what do I say to him? I was like, he's like, maybe I'll just be nice or whatever. And I was just like, I was like, you know, your best bet is to not be passive aggressive about it, but if I was in that position, I would still be passive aggressive about it. Because that's me. And so I was like, how about this? I'll post a comment and being a little stinky about it. And then you don't have to touch it and you don't potentially lose karma on your post, and so you get more exposure. Because he was pissed because he posted his RC car on Facebook and he got like 3 likes out of all of his friends. He's like, what the fuck? I spent so much time on that and no one cares. I'm like, well, yeah, because they're all adults and they don't give a shit. Like,
I was gonna ask, like, when did you get into RC cars? Like, it's not that far from like building Gundams and like Rubik's cubes and stuff, but like, you're not only like into RC cars, but you're like posting on the subreddit.
yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I went on the subreddit. I was like, this is kind of neat, but I don't really like this. This is...
It's one of those things where, like, if I had a friend who had RC cars and was like, hey, you want to go to the park, I guess, and drive them around? Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Show me your cool RC cars, but it's not a hobby that I would, like, get into myself.
Yeah, it's expensive, and, like...
It sure is, yeah.
I also... It takes a lot of time, especially when cleaning the shit up, and, like...
You have to go outside to do it.
Yeah, you have to go outside and go someplace. But apparently, like, I saw one guy's RC car, it went up to, like, 100 miles an hour. It was...
Oh my god, they get really fucking fast.
Yeah,
and really fucking expensive.
Yeah, Ricky's was like a nitro.
I'd kind of rather get into the airplanes.
Ooh,
if I was gonna do it.
Yeah, or like
those are pretty sick.
Helicopters. Nice.
Yeah,
too.
or the helicopters. But I think before I would do either one of those, I would do video drones.
Yeah.
And stuff. Sean posted.
There's also like the competitive drones that are sick. They do like drone races.
Yeah, it'd probably be cool, but you know, for me, the footage would be more what my passion is.
Yeah.
So I would probably suck at the racing part. It'd be a while before I got that good.
Oh, that is way out there. Fuck.
Damn it.
From that to the ground. So yeah, so like, I was like, yeah, like your hobby also might be like seen as a little childish because fucking adults do that, where they put this label on like, oh, you're this age and you're still playing with whatever. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, first of all, fuck you, but also, it's not like that's not a hobby that a 7-year-old's gonna get into.
Yeah.
These things are expensive, and there's way more to them than.
Even model kits though, like you make them and people are like, "Ew, it's so like." When you play with them afterwards, I'm like, no, I don't. I put them up on a shelf and they look sick. That's what I like about it. But
you enjoy the process of building them. You enjoy the picture taking.
yeah,
And then checking out your collection at the end of it. I get that. I'm probably gonna do one pretty soon.
and a lot of these people on Facebook, they're looking at stupid, like just stupid content, and that's what they're expecting, and they don't realize the amount of effort you put in to do such a thing. And so, and like post it to Reddit because that's a place where like, you know, the fans will be, right? That's
why Reddit's amazing. You'll find a community that's just as passionate about it as you. Well, it's probably more passionate than you are.
yeah, because he's not super into RC cars, but like he used to be, but not anymore. But he had that laying around.
The subreddit could get you back into it.
Yeah, it's true.
That kind of community, it's really nice.
Yeah, and that guy, he like, so he posts basically. The two questions were, does it still run after you restored it? And what was the second one?
It's like it doesn't work, if not get it working. It was like very aggressive. Like,
yeah,
this is what you need to do.
Yeah, he had two different things. I'm like, and so I was like, this was answered by him in his comment already, and I put his quote, and I was like, and I was like, so
be able to do burnouts with it like it's brand new.
Yeah, that was. I was like, so yeah, it just sounds like he wants to put it on display. I made it sound like I didn't know the person, right? So I was like, it sounds like he wants to do this.
That I was like, wow, I guess Ashton not only has gotten into RC, but like he's very passionate about. It felt more to me like you just wanted to correct that guy. But now that I know that you said it was Ricky.
Yeah, it was Ricky.
It's like, okay, now it all makes a lot more sense.
So then, the guy says basically, oh well, I don't like that the car is going to be sitting around basically rusting. Ah, fuck. I don't know why I fucked it so bad there. My brain just died.
My teammate.
He's like, I don't, he says, that's why I hate seeing cars like regular cars in a museum rusting away and not being on the road where they belong. And he said
he really got on this soapbox.
And he's like, and this is what they were made for. I'm like, no, they were I told him, I was like, they're made to be products. If the guy wants to buy it and blow it up or drive it or have it on display, who cares? That's what they want to do. It makes them happy. Shut up. And they didn't comment on mine, but then Ricky commented on it after I did. And,
I see.
Basically told him, like, that's your opinion, man, like, a couple of times. He said, if you want to, he's like, Ricky said, hey, it's an old RC car, so finding spare parts is super expensive and hard to do. And also, like, I just don't want to put the effort in for that. And... like, I could buy a newer RC car and just drive that one around.
Yeah.
And, so he's like, if you want to drive around a car beating it up and you slowly run out of parts for the rest of your life and it become more and more expensive, that's on you, bud. And so the guy's...
Such a dick.
Yeah, so I told the guy, I was like, you're not the dictator of, like, where it belongs or what you should be doing with it. Like, come on, dude. What an ass.
There's a very small part where like, if somebody's got a Lamborghini and they only drive it to like the grocery store once a week, there's a part of me that is like, oh man, that's really sad that you've got like this machine and you're not using it to its fullest potential. Like it was built to be, you know, a beast, and that's not how you're treating it. I wouldn't like actually get upset though. It's not, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you bought the car just because you think it looks really cool, it's like, oh well, spent a lot of fucking money when you could have just made it your background image on your computer or something. But like, if you've got the money for it and if it brings you joy, then that's fine.
Yep.
Why? That's no skin off my back. Why the fuck do I care?
Yeah, that's... And, like, the thing...
I might, like, rib them, you know, jokingly, like, ah, you're really not going to take your sick supercar out on, like, the racetrack? But if he's like, no, I don't want to, he'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine.
But Ricky also, like, already took it on the racetrack. Like, that's why he restored it, is because it was beat up. And, like, he already ran it on the racetrack like crazy, so, like, who cares? It had its life.
It's more like now it's kind of a memorial. It's a testament to the good times I had with it.
Yeah, and and it sits on the goddamn shelf, and you get nostalgic and shit whenever you look at it or whatever. The memories come flooding back.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's like you go to Reddit and you'll meet a lot of people that are super passionate about it. You'll also meet some dicks.
Yep. It's just so elitist too. Like,
what about the rest of the comments? Were there some?
They were all
some good people.
Yeah, they were all like the rest of them were supportive. Oh, doesn't really care. It seems. Fucking D-pad, dude. I hate this D-pad. The fucking menu isn't coming up, and so I hit it again, and then it's just like, no, you said wow though. Actually, as far as I can tell, maybe I'm crazy and I didn't see the menu. But yeah, he got, last I checked, like 20 upvotes on the post, so that's better than his Instagram.
What the fuck?
And his better than his Instagram and his Facebook, though. But Instagram's gonna have passionate communities about that too, as long as you put the right hashtags for people to find
I
it.
cannot believe Teammate was up there.
Yeah, he was right on your ass. So, speaking of Instagram, perfect segue. I tried to see if I could post my Gundam pics to Instagram. You have to have the goddamn app to post on Instagram.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I was like, well, fuck this. Maybe I can make a bot that will take my posts from Twitter. Not make a bot, but find a bot. They'll take my posts from Twitter and then post it on Instagram. Nope. You can do it the other way around, though. You can go from Instagram to Twitter. But, like, Twitter...
It does seem like Instagram is kind of more popular with people than Twitter in the, like, the younger community right now.
Definitely for pictures, too. Like, it's a big picture hub.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the place to go for pics. What the fuck, teammate?
Yeah, I'm not gonna have that.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You scored 3 goals, but, like, you kept pushing up behind me when I had it.
Virginia Tech Rocket League. Is that like a college team? Is that like legit a college team? Take that, losers. You won. Yeah, ugh. What a day today with all that shit. Like, all that shit happened today.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh, the gun lance thing looks neat.
Oh, yeah. It seems like you have to, like, do enough damage to it to set it off.
It's like it looks like a light bowgun mine that you attach to the monster.
Yeah.
And now the interesting thing is that, like, we already had the wormstake cannon that you stuck it in the monster and it did damage. So this thing, it needs to have some kind of incentive Like, does it do like way more than the worm stake cannon does? Does it like proc multiple times?
Yeah, I assume it's got to have some sort of damage thing to it. I mean, you have to do damage to it in the first place, so it's already harder to like.
Yeah, it's already like not as good as the worm stake as far as like just giving you damage versus you have to activate the damage. So there's got to be an upside to counter that.
Yeah.
Like if it gave you the worm stake damage and then added a mine on top of it, you know, then it's just gravy if you can hit it.
But they can't make it too OP, so they have to have a cooldown on it. Because if people get really good and they can detonate it all the goddamn time, then.
Because you've got those blast clouds with the insect glaive. It's like, you hit that and it'll blow up in the monster's face. Like if the monster's there. Obviously, this one it's like it's always attached to the monster, so just attacking the monster like normal, you'll trigger it. I don't know. It's very interesting, and I'm interested to see what it looks like when it comes out.
Yeah. I forgot to post it, but the hunting horn has some shit too.
Yeah, it was one where you like spin it around. I'm watching them all. The only weapons they've shown that I use, it's like I swear to God, it's like they went through all the weapons I don't use first. They did show off the great sword, but it didn't really have a new move in it. I checked it again, looking for that spinny one you were talking about. I didn't see it, and I saw someone else say it kind of sucks with the great sword. They only showed off that you can fire the slinger, and they showed the clutch claw, which everyone gets that.
Yeah. They
didn't show anything new for it. And that guy I said was talking about the longsword getting nerfed. He got a lot of flack for that, and he was explaining himself, saying that he thinks that the weapons are going to get an entirely new moveset, which seems crazy to me. So he was saying like this new thing we saw is going to take the place of the foresight slash that longsword normally gets, because we're going to have an entire new moveset. And
I don't think so.
That seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
It would explain how the light bowgun will be able to use the slinger while it's drawn, because like right now the slinger controls are for aiming the gun itself. So I don't know how we're gonna do that, but if they gave us a whole new moveset, that would explain how you could do that. But I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think they're just adding a couple things, or like adding moves within combos that already exist right now.
Yeah.
It seems nuts. Like there's no reason to replace the whole moveset.
Well, it just seems like a waste of time too, like development time.
Yeah, and you're gonna make people like relearn weapons they're already used to. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But at least I understand now why he was saying nerf the foresight slash on the longsword. And he also explained that he didn't mean like nerf it as in it will be less good, but nerf it as in like it takes longer. Like right now the foresight slash counter, apparently the window is like really short. He was saying like it's already the most used weapon, so he was thinking they might make that counter a little bit harder just to kind of like bring it down parity wise with the other weapons.
Yeah.
But it's all speculation, of course. We don't know anything. Like another thing I saw people talking about was I can't wait to find out what else is new with the weapons. I was like, what do you mean what else? Like they're showing us the new stuff. It's like, no, I bet that's not everything. It's like, what makes you think that they're hiding more shit? Like it's possible. Damn, this match is really bad.
Yeah,
I just doubt it.
I have no idea. Like, literally with a 1 minute video, you're not going to show me every combo that the weapon has. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Right, but like, if there was more to show off, they would have a 2 minute video, is what I think.
I don't know about that.
I think they would show more if there was more to be shown off. There's going to be new weapons, but I don't think there's any more new moves to show us. They added this slinger thing and the claw grasping thing. That's new animations for every weapon already. Plus a few weapons are getting brand new attacks. Like what else are you expecting them to do with the weapons? I think that's all we're getting as far as like new weapon stuff is concerned.
I don't know. Knowing like Knowing them, it's possible, I think, that they wouldn't show off everything right away.
I mean, I said I wouldn't be surprised, but
Oh,
I
he
expect,
didn't hit it. He fucking missed! Ugh. But I don't...
I expect that to be all the new weapon stuff is going to be in these videos.
Yeah, it's possible. Like I'm not like I'm not saying that it's going to be either way, really.
Right. We're both saying it's possible for it to be either way, but this guy, there were people that were like, that seemed pretty convinced that they were hiding stuff. I'm like, don't get your hopes up. Like that could be it for weapons.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised. Obviously, I think there's going to be new looks to the weapons. I'm excited for that. And I'm sure there's monsters we haven't seen yet.
Fuck, I was too far forward. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely new monsters that we haven't seen, or else, 4 monsters would be
Right,
kind of
yeah, I wouldn't be...
lackluster.
Because we are getting, like, master rank versions of all the regular ones, but still, only 4 new ones would be a little bit of a letdown.
Especially for a gigantic snow area, apparently.
Mm-hmm. So of the weapons that I like, there was the greatsword, which they didn't show off any new move for that. They just showed like what the claw can do. And then the other one is the lance, and it's the same thing. It didn't get any new.
Yeah, as far as I could tell, it was just the look, it could do slinger.
And the grapple thing that everyone else is getting.
Which was like, what's the point of showing this video? Besides, like, showing us new armor, if...
It's the animation that the clutch thing has. Like, I mean, the animations are cool. Like, grappling onto the monster and smacking it in the face is neat.
Yeah.
But to me, this is just kind of like teasing for the game to come out later. It's like we got cool stuff to show with the other weapons. Like, we have cool new moves for the gun lance and sword and shield. So if we're gonna make a minute-long video for those, I guess we might as well make a video for the weapons that didn't get anything new. That's kind of how I saw it.
Yeah.
It's like it would be weird not to just go ahead. It's like, well, the only thing new to show with these weapons is slinger and grappling hook animations. So let's just do that.
I think it would be pretty shitty though of them, which is again possible. Just tell that every single weapon has a new move in their moveset. In their video that they had.
Oh, so they specifically said every weapon has a new move?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's...
I guess they could be referring to the grappling hook thing. That's technically a new move, but yeah, that would be a little shitty.
Yeah, but they weren't referencing it at that time. They had moved on from the grappling hook.
Okay. Well, then maybe there is more.
Timely boost, so...
I can't wait to see what the charge blade gets.
Yeah, I really hope the switch axe is a cool thing too. More explosions or something. I don't know, man. Give me an explodey.
They already said the light bow gun is getting. Oh, teammate. They said the light bow gun's getting that mod where when you dash, you reload.
Yeah.
But I probably won't be using that. I really don't like that dash that the light bow gun has.
The little hop.
Yeah, cause I hate it because like it almost never goes in the direction that I'm pointing the joystick in, which is very obnoxious. I can't tell you how many times I've dashed into an attack because it didn't go the direction I told it to. Same thing with the insect glaive. I pop up in the air and that dash only goes in one direction. It goes in in the direction that you jumped in instead of the direction you point. So I need to pay a little more attention. Also, they changed the reload animation for the gun lance? Or maybe that's just the reload for...
That's for the mine.
fancy... Okay.
Because they showed the other reload animation with the worm stake and stuff. Yeah, that was for the mine. I assume that's gonna be a longer reload too.
You know, I was specifically saying like, how is it better than the worm steak? But I guess if they just give you both, like if you get to do worm steak and then the mine, that would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
God, the gun lance is such a great weapon. So many crazy fucking folding and explosion based nonsense. Oh no.
I wish I had a better build for it. Currently, I feel my build is okay.
I don't have a good build. I don't have anything close to meta for the gun lance. I also don't use it on anything serious though. It's kind of just a fucking around weapon.
It's a good AT carrying weapon though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guard up. Shields.
Right. Finally have guard up. I can make it. And you're being able to just shell her, even if she's got her armor up, is pretty nice.
Yeah. Give her pokes and shit.
You probably need mine. You need mine's eye jewel for that.
Sometimes, yeah, depending on if it's enraged or not.
If you make a sick Kieran build, let me know. I'll probably try to make one too.
Yeah, I think there's like a fire gun lance you need or some shit.
Yeah, that would make sense. Probably the Kajar one now.
Yeah, but any fire, really. Oh, good.
Well, I'd love for AT Colve to come back. ATKT. It's been a bad couple of games here.
I'd love for any AT to come back at this point. I want.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
But they gave us the
lesson,
so. But I wish like any AT. I wish ATs were in circulation now, where like they just gave you one. Because they're goddamn rare as fuck.
Do need to wrap up Behemoth. I still need to make his helmet.
Yeah, and I need to make his weapon as well.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, and Palico armor?
Oh my god.
Palico armor's not as much though.
I want it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do Behemoth by ourselves though. We're gonna need a third.
We're probably gonna need 4.
Teammate has been very helpful. Okami, I'm sure. You playing Okami after this?
Yeah. Oh god, I was trying my hardest to avoid your goal there. Look at me like flop above the net while you do this. Watch, I'm like,
Yeah, honestly, that would have been on me if I had hit that interview. That would have been my fault. I had the whole fucking net to shoot at.
Yeah, I'm playing the Okami. Or as I like to call it, Okami. Please give me your nummy cummies. Ugh.
Oh.
Wait, definitely gotta tell Okami. No, please.
Okami Hylia. Is that a thing? People have made that joke, I'm sure.
Probably. She's so cute, it's basically like, oh, Kami Hylia, because when I look at her, this could be clipped, so I don't want that to happen. Oh man.
Um,
I finished my Gundam.
nice.
I just
You're
need
gonna be our first poster in the I made this.
probably.
Behold my creation.
I just need to take pics of it now. It's looking pretty sick. Very happy with it. Came with some
You
extra.
need to add some like explosions and shit in post.
I don't like doing that. I like them to be raw.
Someone posted in general. I see that.
Well, the type of burb came in. I know that. Smash Bros. Got an update, and one of the big characters got a big nerf. Pichu. A lot of people were kicking a lot of butt with Pichu.
Is the community? Is it like pulling teeth? Are they pissed off, or are they like finally?
Oh, they're happy. They're happy about it. The other changes, it seems to me like they corrected a major bug in it too that like dealt with multiple hits. Where if there was a move that did multiple hits, they weren't functioning properly, and so they weren't doing enough hits.
That reminds me, not functioning properly. That reminds me, I watched your speedrun video.
Oh, did you?
That was exactly what I was looking for. I was like, man, I'm really curious, like what the bug is and how it's.
Yeah.
That was neat.
There was some stuff I didn't realize when he said it, because when I asked him while he was playing, people just said, "Oh, it's timing." They didn't tell me why it was timing, but he explained the timing behind it, where you have to select the thing, select the file as it's changing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Man, he teed it up.
Yeah. And then, like, it'll go through. If you don't select it while it's doing that, then it could erase the value. Which, that's neat.
Teammate, he's gone.
But then he...
It was like the best part of those summoning salt videos when he like explains how they.
Yeah, and I definitely love that stuff, because I'm like, shit, programming. Memory address spaces, that's neat. But he found a glitch today that is probably going to change the route drastically now. And I was thinking about this too, which I bet a lot of people were, hence why he found it. In that back in time thing, he can, as far as he knew, he could only be in Skyloft. And but I'm like, man, maybe if he can go to other locations, he'll be able to change different event flags. And then do his reverse bit magic. Excellent. Do his reverse bit magic with a different set of flags. And so, again, you know, since he knows what changing each bit does, he can change them one at a time. Figure it out. Well, they already have the table, so like...
Yeah.
So then today he found out that in Back in Time you can go to the first area, to Farron Woods. So he made a video on it, and that was really interesting. So it was just like, that one was less like technical stuff though. That one was like, if we tried to do it this way, that way, it would crash. But we found out today that doing this makes it so it won't crash, and we can actually get through. It's kind of a long-winded process, but like, it might have some new applications. He was testing it out on Twitch after he announced that he discovered the glitch. So, but some interesting stuff on how the game handles everything. Like, even though he goes, so in that thing, he goes to the second area. Because the game hasn't loaded him into an area in back in time yet, it assumes that he's going to the first area. It's interesting.
That was a save.
So, he's like, yeah, I'm plummeting into the second area, but because I haven't done it, boom. Faron Woods. Oop!
Ooh. Thanks.
It's a great pass. So yeah, that could... The fact that you can go to that area, you could set different flags, and then you might be able to, like... I don't know, you might be able to load in... stuff about Faron Woods. You might be able to, like, complete a thing in the Faron Woods in there. And then it will, save onto your file. But there is a...
This part is... Go ahead.
There is a big skip, though, too. I think it skips most of the tutorial shit if you do it. Which is really good.
I was gonna say, like, this part of the process is really cool because it's like a puzzle. You're trying to figure out how can we apply this tool to cut down on time.
Yeah.
Whereas watching a Twitch streamer try to like nail the thing he already knows he's supposed to do, he's just trying to get the muscle memory down. That's less interesting to me. I wouldn't watch like a stream of that, you know.
Oh shit. But yeah, I like what I personally like watching him do that, but that's because like I don't know. I'm really into Zelda speedrunning now. Like I love it. It's so much fun to watch. It's but I don't want to watch it all the time. I just like to watch his completed runs. Like he just got another world record the other day again, where he's at like 3:45 now. Only beat his previous world record by like 2 minutes.
Damn.
But now that he found this, and the routing is a big thing. That's a big puzzle. Like being like, do I go here? Do I go there? Okay, let's do a competitive match. Get out your salt shaker.
Yeah, no, that's solo standard.
Solo standard.
You have to
Fuck.
do that by yourself.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know. I really like. I want to learn some of the moves, especially for Wind Waker. With Skyward Sword, it's apparently really hard to go out of bounds in that game. Nintendo did a really good job not letting them go out of bounds. There is a couple... If you do back in time, you're able to go out of bounds in some places. But, oh, damn it. I really wanted to flick that up.
Wouldn't mind doing some competitive games, but if my computer crashes.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would...
Bump goalie and everything. Accident.
Oh, teammate, no! Teammate, why? There's that YouTuber H Bomber guy. I like to watch his stuff. He's pretty left leaning. think I sent you one of his videos about that was like the brain. He was making fun of the brain force guy.
I don't remember.
Anyways, he's the one that got into a bit of a thing with Armored Skeptic.
Is he the guy who like does the news shit?
No, that's some more news. Cody's Shody. That's it. It's his joke name for it. Anyways, this guy made a video about climate change denial, skeptic stuff. So that's like right up my alley. I love that kind of shit. Just debunking a bunch of the dumb shit that people say.
Damn it.
Not as maybe not as academic as Potholer, but like he's like funnier. He was like going for like a comedic kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he does like look up sources and shit to take down junk science. He had a clip of Ben Shapiro going like, okay, so let's imagine that the seas really do rise by 5 feet. Let's say it's 10 feet. Let's say the ocean's gonna rise by 10 feet. Don't you think that those people on the coastlines would just sell their houses and move? And he's like, who the fuck are gonna sell their houses to, Aquaman? That's really good. Who the fuck's gonna buy the house that's buried in it's drowning in water? Also, I love that the only problem he sees with the oceans rising, the only problem with that is like, oh yeah, people live there, and like, what is that going to be like for the real estate market? That's like all Shapiro could think about there.
Oh damn it! I did a ceiling pass and everything.
It's like it's a immensely destructive thing to like lose all that coastline and all the infrastructure that's there, and the people that would obviously lose their homes. And it's just like all he can think about is the real estate market.
Yeah. That's him, man. He's business dude. Like I said, he's like libertarian man, so all he thinks of is the market. And what's dumb is he doesn't think about the market enough to be like, yeah, that would fuck up a lot of people's like income and like stuff, because now it would flood the housing market, like because tons of people would need houses, and yeah, it just wouldn't be good. Ooh, nice. You're good.
Oh, smoked him, yeah. Got to sit there and celebrate. It's just exactly the kind of like bullshit. Like I haven't studied this. I haven't read anything about it. I just kind of thought about it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And this is like what I came with, and now I think that it's like when people are like, I don't get why we don't just do X. It's like you're probably not the first person who's thought of that.
Yeah, that's
like if you really think that it's that brain dead, like easy of a solution, there's probably something you don't know that makes it a reason that's not a good enough workaround.
But literally for my speedrunning thing, I said I thought of this, but it was probably thought by a lot of other people already. Because like,
yeah, I mean it's worth looking into. Like, has anyone thought of this? But you know, when you come at it like everyone else is an idiot and I'm the one who has figured this out.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think those people are just gonna sell their houses and move? Just really funny how he fucking burns them on that. And there was a bunch of other shit too, like Louder with Crowder talking about the ice sheets are rising. Here's one article saying that Antarctica is gaining ice, and he looked up the author who specifically gave an interview like, hey, I tried to make it as clear as possible in that article that climate change is a real thing. It is really happening. We need to do something about it. It's like when the source you go to is a guy who's not on your side, that's like real bad.
Yeah. You clearly didn't read enough.
Yeah, and the point is that he specifically says like Climate change myth. The ice sheets are melting, and then he only talks about one ice sheet. It's like, yeah, like even if that one is gaining ice, the others are losing by such a massive rate that the net loss is still ridiculous.
Again, averages.
Yeah, it's something like 500 million tons of ice in Greenland. Something crazy like that in the last couple of years.
If I buy a thing of like an ice tray, fill it up, and then put it in my freezer, brand new ice tray. Yes, the world's ice did go up by me doing that, but
so it's like you conveniently didn't talk about how Iceland is losing way more ice than Antarctica is gaining. But then they did talk about Greenland later on when there was an article. It was like, oh, Greenland gained more ice than it lost in the past like 6 months. It's like, really, motherfucker? You're gonna look at a 6 month period and say, oh, look at it, it's gaining all this ice. It's like, yeah, they fucking gain and lose ice as the year goes on. You can't look at a 6 month period, you jackass. And sure enough, when you zoom out to like even all the way back to like 2002, you can see it's steadily declining. It almost like an exact rate too.
our mountains gain an ice sheet every winter.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, look at that ice. Clearly, global warming's not real. And you can even look at, it's like, oh, we're losing ice and the ocean level is going up. Gee, I wonder if those are related.
Weird.
Just
things
look at the fucking graphs.
things are losing things are losing water, and then the sea that it goes into is gaining water. That's crazy.
Like, because you can't always look at scientific graphs and draw your own conclusions, but like when that's also the conclusions the scientists have, then yeah, clearly you're not missing anything from your like amateur analysis. Like if you looked at it and you're like, wait, this doesn't make sense. The ice is going, it's gaining ice. You're like, but that goes against what the scientists say. Does that mean the scientists are A, lying, or they're shills, or B, is there something you might not fucking know, you might not understand?
Yeah.
How you gonna use scientists' like work to discredit what they're saying? How you gonna be like, oh, this is the work that they did. I'm gonna take the graphs that they used. This is the conclusions they drew from it. I'm gonna draw completely separate conclusions than the people who did the fucking work, and this is like what they do for a living.
Yeah, it's again, the whole, oh, look how smart I am, and then they get an ego about it. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's, I figured it out and they didn't. Look how smart I am, and look at all these other people that agree with me.
Yeah.
They're inside my we're in this community of smart people.
It's like looking at your blood work that the doctor takes and telling him that he's wrong on his diagnosis.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, technically you could be right. Like, technically doctors make mistakes, but you can't fucking tell by looking at that. You don't have the expertise.
No, there's something that he's hiding from me.
Yeah.
He doesn't want me to know that I'm dying for some reason. Because he's tired of,
He's telling me to eat vegetables because he's in the pocket of Big Vegetable.
Big Vegetable. The big cucumbers of the vegetable business. The gourds.
But if it's a small group, then like maybe you might be right about that. But like when it's tens of thousands of scientists all over the world, you need some extraordinary proof before you like can go against all of that.
No, I thought about it though, and it just doesn't make sense to me. I read that article on that blog that time, and they told me that things were lying.
It really pisses me off that Trump says it's a hoax by the Chinese. Like, motherfucker, they've been talking about this for 100 years now. You can see articles from like 1920 talking about it. The Chinese were like posting articles in the UK in 1920.
Chinese really didn't start like their big giant like industrial revolution at that time. You know what I mean? The like
Yeah.
manufacturing revolution that they had. We weren't made from China right in the 1920s. I watched a video with the for of course the flat earther thing because I just subscribed to that one guy. It's Flat Earth Fridays, and this guy proved that gravity doesn't exist.
Oh well, everyone knows that.
Yeah. Oh, that was close. And
I
he
just want to say real quick that I'm really happy. I used to get a lot of flat earther videos in my related tab because I looked at debunking shit. But now it's like he's actually figured it out and is recommending me debunking videos. I don't know how it got that smart, but it's finally gotten to where I don't get if it's about flat Earth, it's usually debunking it, which is nice.
yeah.
I guess the debunking community has grown enough that the algorithm can like spot that now or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. You know, enough people listen to X, therefore they'll like Y or whatever. BYG.
But I'm very happy for it because I don't want to watch legit flat earther videos. That's not interesting to me.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, the gravity thing, he says that his entire thing was, hey, so because gravity's, you know, apparently different at the equator, wouldn't a thing weigh more at the pole than the equator, and then couldn't you go and verify that? And he's like, but no, they don't do that. That's nope. So like his whole thing was proposing this experiment and then going, it's not going to show that, and that was it. He didn't actually do an experiment. This one guy literally went from one like northern Australia to southern, or the other way around, and weighed a 500 gram thing that was 500 grams in like his location on the dot. Took the same exact scale, the same exact weight, went to the other part of Australia, weighed it, and it weighed like 0.16 more or something like that. He's like, oh, huh. There it is. Like, so this one guy was just like, nope. But listening to him stutter over his words as he's trying to explain it and stuff was just so good, so good. And the guy like put editing on it that was like him saying it wrong and stuff like that, popping up on the screen. That was great. That was his best edited video yet.
You think should I check it out? Is it?
Maybe. Like it's mostly humor more than like debunking. It's like,
All right, I'll check it out.
yeah, I can.
Just send it to me when this is. I need 20 more minutes, computer. Just give me 20 more minutes without dying on me. Oh, another thing that's been happening. I don't know if this would help. I suck. I'll be like watching YouTube, and Google doesn't crash, but it just it goes to that like error screen that like, oh snap, we can't display this page anymore. That just like randomly happens, and I think that seems to happen like shortly before it blue screens, or at least it's happened once or twice. It might have been coincidence, because it's also happened when it didn't blue screen.
Yeah, I mean that could be that could be a display driver thing. That could be anything. Could be the network had an interruption for a second, and the interruption could have been caused by the OS being corrupt or whatever. Like
I was thinking a network thing because, like I said, Google doesn't crash, and then I usually open a new tab and. Trying to think. I think the internet is like fine after that, but randomly like that tab crashes.
yeah, I've had spurts of that though in the past too, where I've had like.
Well, yeah, it's been happening a lot lately, and I think once or twice it happened shortly before a blue screen error. So yeah, it could just be like Chrome is fucking up and it's happening at the same time.
Yeah, it could be coincidence. It could be a symptom. It could be anything. It's really hard to narrow down on that.
Teammate did pass that. Okay.
Oh my god, I
For
wiggled it.
For some reason, I thought you passed it and he stole credit for your pass. Oh, the other thing the H-Bomber guy video had was it had one of the climate skeptic guys was arguing that this weed killer is safe. Like people were suing because it was like causing cancer or whatever. Ooh, that was deftly done. And he was arguing that it's they shouldn't be suing, that like the chemical is perfectly safe. And he's like talking to the reporter and he says, you could even drink it. That's how safe it is. You could drink a quart of it and you'd be perfectly fine. The reporter goes, oh really? We have some here. Do you mind showing that for us? He's like, oh yeah, I'd be happy to. And then like he starts to go get it and he's like, well no, not really. I wouldn't actually drink it. You know, it's a weed killer. I'm not stupid. He's like, you just said, but you were the one who said it was okay to drink.
Oh
and now
my.
you're back in. It's all because he's a shill for I think they said it was Monsanto, but whatever it was, the guy clearly got caught pretending to be a knowledgeable scientist on this shit, and it was just a really funny thing. He's just like, I'll get you some. I got some right here. He's like, no, I'm not gonna drink weed killer. I'm not stupid.
I'm actually terrified of it.
Yeah, he gets up and like he's like, all right, this interview's over. It's like, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna believe anything you say now.
Yeah, you just lost all your credibility.
So that's the same guy that's been arguing against climate change for like a decade now. Guy's a dick. Because when you get people who are like actual scientists saying shit like that, people really believe it. Well, he was like the head of Greenpeace. So that's another Louder with Crowder videos. Like head of Greenpeace debunks climate change. You're like, whoa! It's like, no, this guy's clearly a shill. He's been called out like plenty of times by now. No one should believe anything he says. But those Louder with Crowder videos, man, they're hugely popular. I know. I told you how like Elijah saw one and it convinced him about gun control stuff.
He's got that charisma that helps him.
Yeah, and you know the comedy stuff going on. You know they had the wacky sound effects and he's got a couple other guys in the studio with him, so they all like feed off of each other.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the same thing. That's what you get from people who think that there's only two, that think there's more than two genders, and then they like all start laughing. It's just like, oh my god, way to take like complicated topics and just reduce them to exactly what conservative, like old conservative people want to hear. He's anti-abortion. He's just doing a lot of misinformation and bad shit right now.
I saw a funny Twitter post that was a guy that was some left guy said something, and Ben Shapiro said something like, oh yeah, there's just as many of this as the lefts think there are genders. And then one guy comments and says, is that like the only joke you guys can come up with?
Yeah.
And then the next guy goes, it's like, yeah, well, it's not as many jokes as you guys think there are genders. And then the guy, then he goes, that's the same exact joke.
It's the same joke. Yeah,
Oh.
I think I've seen that.
It was
Like, it wasn't worded exactly the same. It was like, holy shit, you literally just made the same joke again.
it was so dumb. I'm getting
It was.
a raid.
That was really funny.
Oops, I accidentally just clicked the thing. But it hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Raid, hello? Hello, Raid? Are you there? Oh, there it goes. God, that took forever for it to pop up. I like got the message and then Raiders! A raid from Nova / one amongst zeros. How goes it? Thank you for the raid. You were last playing the Just Chatting. I know what you were doing. You were doing demos and like stuff. You were doing like weird out of there trying to find the gems, as it were. How was it? Did you find any gems? We're gonna do some rumble.
If it's competitive, you know, you might be on your own if I get fucked.
Yeah, it's fine. It's rumble. What do you?
Happy Legal Guardian of Unspecified Gender Day. He goes, you guys have like one joke you tell over and over again. We have as many jokes as you guys have retarded genders. That's the same joke.
Yeah.
Because apparently every Mother's Day or Father's Day, Ben Shapiro tweets Happy Legal Guardian of Unspecified Gender Day. They have like a row of him tweeting that like a dozen times. He just always does that.
Same exact joke every single.
Yeah.
Can't think of. What do you suppose?
I really hate that legal guardian thing. It's like, well, you're not the real mom and dad.
Yeah, it's just that's so.
That's really shitty.
Intro. I'm Ruashua. Variety streamer. I play Rocket League, Monster Hunter, and Okami right now. I love you. Oh, good. Our teammate's not playing.
Yeah, I was worried about me getting a blue screen. Teammate's not even. He did have bad ping.
What's up there, Low Gravity Star? How you doing? Welcome. Oh yeah, what are you supposed to put that under? I think there's a thing called like demos and something. Demos and like I forget. There's a category for like weird shit like that, but I don't think it matters too much. You know what I mean? I don't know.
What are you talking about?
She was playing like a lot of demos and stuff, so they didn't know like a category to put that under. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's good for discovery, but John Twitch isn't gonna come and beat you up. But like, what'd you find? What was the best thing that you found? And thanks for the shout out, Meat, by the way.
Regular Rocket League goals!
God. I went over on my goddamn internet shit this month. So guess who has to pay money?
Oh my god, I was going to talk to you about that. We just checked like before I got onto Rocket League and we had 15 gigs left.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the first time in like a year we've come close to the cap.
But it's so easy, especially like when you have more people.
Yeah, I checked. Olivia had 350 gigs this month. And I think she's been doing the screen share thing on Discord.
Oh.
She doesn't like think about cap and stuff, like, so she's been streaming Spotify just constantly, and then obviously gaming and YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And because it's like summer has hit, so she's not only is school out, but like there hasn't been as much to do in the past couple of weeks, so she's been gaming a lot and doing a lot of this. I think doing a lot of the screen share stuff with her friends.
Streaming to her friends.
I'm not sure if she's sharing her screen or just like looking at other people's screen, but like either way, it's like, god damn it, that's like, is that really necessary?
Yeah.
Like, are you doing anything? But like she doesn't know about bandwidth or data caps. She just kind of someone was like, "Hey, do this," and so she did.
Yeah, I hate the data caps, especially because people don't.
Watch out!
People, yeah, he's gonna have it. People know, like, it's so hard to gauge that. Like, you can watch your like usage and stuff, but if you're a layman, you're not gonna necessarily know what eats up that much internet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Our PCs and phones are auto updating, and like,
yeah,
it's so shitty.
Yeah, we have a 1 terabyte data cap per month with Comcast.
Yeah, with Comcast. If you go over, you have to pay $10.
Yeah, they said we get two grace period months, and we haven't used them, so I'd like to not use them.
Yeah.
When we're this close, like it's tomorrow and it resets, so if we can just not use 15 fucking gigs. But then that checker thing is also like a bit delayed. It's not going to be up to date, so we might have already gone over. But yeah, it's $10 a month if you go over your data cap and you don't have any more grace.
$10 for every 50 gig.
Yeah. And hopefully, we wouldn't go over by that much.
Yeah, I just went over today, so.
How far?
They just sent me the first email today saying I went over. So
they sent us an email when we were at 90%. Did you not get that?
No, I got that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's just going to be the $10 for you?
I hope. Yeah. Because again, just today, but
that sucks.
Again, I'll go back to this 1,000 times. Can't do much. There's too many people. They're hitting it around me. They give you. They're like, they have this video. They're like, oh well, it's if you watch, like 20 hours a day of HD video, and no one's gotta do that. And I'm like, yeah, but if you have 3 people who live together and they're all using the internet.
You download a 30 or 40 gig video game, that's a big chunk right there.
Yeah.
I used up 240 gigs when I checked, like yesterday or the day before. I was at 240. So that's already a fourth of our cap just for me.
Yeah.
And I haven't downloaded any like any particularly large game this month.
But they're Virus, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
I had to I put YouTube down to 720 like a pleb.
Oh, nice combo.
The game fantastic. Fantastic is my game. Promise no virus.
Oh,
Scan if you wish.
I didn't get enough height. How's it going, Virus?
And then when I stream, that uses up most of the fucking data shit.
I mean, I'm not going to 4K streaming anytime soon. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. That's the thing is too. They put a 1 terabyte data cap like a few years ago, and they're like, yeah, no one's gonna do that. But yeah, clearly, like, we're gonna be consuming more and more data as time goes on. So you just secured yourself a future, like, oh, nice, a future check, basically. Oh, it's so dumb. But the best thing was between Monster Boy. I think I've heard Monster Boy, maybe.
There's a chance. 25 seconds is enough to score a goal. It's too easy.
Oop. You love visual novels so far? Jack in a Box? I've never heard of that. I've heard of Jack's Box Party Pack, I think. That's
yeah, Jackbox Party Pack is pretty fun.
That one's a popular. There was a fake article I saw that was like, Jackbox Party Pack.
No, it's too easy.
What a save! Look at him.
Heisenberger.
Gotta be mean right as you secure a victory. Wow.
All it takes is one good glove. Of course I got ice. Of course I got ice.
I just think it's like people are just like, all right, buddy.
What a dick. He's a one-punchman too.
That's not very nice, mister. Okay, thank you.
I swear to God, I get more promotions after we lose than when we win. I just got promoted to Div 3.
What?
So I think there's like a delay on those. So it's like rewarding me for past games. Did I get this goddamn drumming thing done yet? Thank God. Oh, I'm done with all of them. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I only have the dash of salt left. Oh, I'll have to try to remember to do that on my own time. I hate it.
I was trying to get rid of the drum off my car, but it's like all the way at the top.
Hmm.
The no item. And there's actually so many items I couldn't scroll up to it fast enough.
I can't wait for that update for their like
Yeah.
inventory system. Quality of life, man.
Management. Yeah, yes sir. There's so many good quality of lives that Monster Hunter can do in Iceborne. I hope they. Oh, my computer's doing weird shit.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it's just lag. Just fucking blue screens on the last game.
No, that wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it would be more of like an insult than an injury.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, drive it in, son.
I was a little nervous at first.
Yeah. Good shit.
I think that guy had magnets, so I was worried that, I was worried that if it came off his car, he might actually be able to stop it. So apparently Disney is also getting in on the bandwagon of telling Georgia to go fuck itself. Well, yes, that is a problem. That Disney Plus, when that gets here, is real shitty. It wouldn't have been a big deal if they hadn't gone and bought up fucking everything. Like, if it was just Disney movies, I wouldn't give two shits, but yeah, they own like, everything now. They own like a third of the market share. That's not like a made-up number. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But Disney's joining with Netflix that thing about boycotting Georgia for the abortion law that I talked about. Disney's saying the same thing, so that's kind of interesting. It might just be grandstanding because like if the law never gets enforced anyways.
Yeah.
It would have to. The Supreme Court would have to agree to. Oh shit! I thought I had the other one. Damn it. The Supreme Court would have to agree to. Oh, hello there, Evasive.
Evasive, what's up, man? What you doing?
Oh God. The Supreme Court might not even like hear the case anyways. So Roe v. Wade might continue to be law of the land.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff is like... Up!
Oh, reverse goal!
Get him! Smack him! Look at this shit. I'm like, nope, you don't get it.
magnet it into yourself, and then they scissored you into the air. I have 6 points.
Oh, they scissored me? Tell me more.
I have 6 points.
Yeah, these PR things are kind of crazy, where they like, you know, one company does it, so then now they're just like, well, now that they did it safely, time for us to do it too. Just working on some overlays. Oh, nice, man. I wish I had better overlays. Actually, I don't know. I suck. I've got, I like my overlays because they're simple and easy to wear.
They're very much yours. They're very branded.
Yeah. They're my favorite colors. A lot of people would say they don't like strike through, and mine's a diagonal strike through, but who cares? They can. I don't care if they.
I don't see any.
What?
I don't see any red.
Yeah, but I thought about it. I'm like, I don't really want to incorporate it. But
I was just. You said it was your favorite color, so I had to.
Yeah.
Red in there.
I do have red on my YouTube shit. What are your overlays gonna have? I like your I like the art that you have. You're like you posted that dog art, and then your like recent. I think it's recent. Your like profile change, and then you got your like dogs cartoonified too. I like that shit. Custom ones for FF7. Ooh, you stream the FF7, huh?
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Word.
I made it though. Very happy.
Yeah, that's nice. Hopefully
It hasn't crashed all of today, so I'm not gonna read too much into that, but it's better than the past couple of days where I wasn't able to go more than like an hour and a half ish.
Yeah. And that
So it'll be a while before I like start to actually believe, but it's at least it's not annoying right now.
yeah, it's a little tough to say too, because it could be some crazy race condition. It could be like the hardware failing, but it's only like intermittent failures, you know. So
And it fails during different activities like that. It failed when I was playing Monster Hunter, watching a video. I think one time I was just browsing the internet. I'm kind of struggling to remember now. I'm trying to like look for patterns for when it crashed, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
some of those are kind of graphic system intensive, but
Yeah, the game and the video, obviously the graphics card is involved there.
yeah.
But I believe it has crashed just like browsing the internet as well. And there was one time where it crashed within like 30 seconds of me starting the computer. That was very weird. That was the only time it had done that.
Yeah, at any time it's reading from the hard drive, so like it's not an
Right,
that could
yeah,
not be
if
an
it's
indicator
hard,
of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's blue screens are so hard to like debug and diagnose.
Yeah.
Like at work, if we ever have a blue screen, we're just like fucking shove it to the OS team, man. Like I don't know. And then there's like kernel debuggers and stuff that they can hook up and like start messing with it. Like so like I've seen them mess with the kernel debuggers, and I've gone through some of the assembly for it. And it's still goddamn tough. So
And it sucks that it's a different error every time. So it's like, what the hell is happening? You know? Like,
yeah. Though a lot of those errors are very related. In fact, I think all of them are so far that you've told me. They're like, well, yeah, I guess that would potentially pop up too at the same time. So it's
it's just like whichever error it records first when it blue screens, whichever one it like each of those errors probably.
yeah, it's probably very similar like symptoms for it. And it's not necessarily which one comes up first. Like, well, it is which one comes up first, but like
Whatever the problem is, like the symptoms are similar.
yeah, and it could be going through different routes to get the problem. You know what I mean? Like the hard drive's fucking up but it's fucking up when it's trying to read this part of code, or fucking up while it's trying to read this other part of code. You don't really...
Software from your keyboard was causing it, Jesus. Because everyone keeps saying, like, driver. It's the one thing is, like, it's some kind of driver issue, but I can't think of anything new that, like my graphics driver was out of date when it happened. It's not like I had just updated that.
Yeah.
I haven't really downloaded anything that I can think of recently.
Even if the driver is, like, triggering the thing, it could be another reason why the driver's triggering it, right? It could, again, be a corruption. Like, the driver's trying to call... What it sounds like to me is the driver's trying to call some sort of kernel code. Or some sort of kernel method of some sort. And then that's fucking up. So it could be, like, part of your kernel that's hosed. Right? So it's not necessarily the driver, but it's the driver trying to access some of the kernel.
Okay.
So, like, even if it points to driver, that's still not necessarily... You gotta trace it back.
It's like sneezing. It's like that's a symptom of the problem. That's not what your actual issue is.
Yep. That's why blue screens are incredibly hard if they have the... if there's certain errors. Other errors are pretty easy with blue screens. You're like, well, fuck, yeah, that's... that's an obvious one, but...
Well, hopefully I don't have to deal with it tonight. I want to just kick back and relax.
Yeah, I hope so.
Alright, man.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Have fun.
Later. Alright, guys, it's time for me to switch over to some Okami. I'm gonna BRB, and then I'll have the Okami up